Welcome to the Jill on Money podcast. It is Monday, August 30th. I think this might be the biggest week for vacations of the entire year. It just may be. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm sure that even if you are taking a little break from your work, then you might actually want a little, bounce in your step that the Jill on Money family can give you. If you've got a financial question, we'd love to hear from you. Our email address is askjill@jillonmoney.com. Askjill@jillonmoney.com. If you are on our website, jillonmoney.com, all you need to do is click the contact button. Don't forget to tell us if you want to come on the air with us. We are going to have everyone's voices on the air this week. It's going to be all about you guys. I'm very excited. So let us know, yes, I want to come on the air, and Mark will do the rest. First up today is Molly from the Bay Area. Molly, hello. What can we do for you?
Hi. Thanks for having me. I wrote in about one question, and then I actually decided I may have a different question to ask.
All right.
I'm not sure which one to ask.
You go. Do them both, girl. Let's go.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Okay, so my first one is about 401k rollovers. I always thought that you should just, I recently got a new job, and so now I have to deal with my old 401k and from my previous job and roll it over somewhere. And I just assumed that I should roll it over to my new one. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that. Should I roll it over to my current job or something else?
Where is the current job's 401k? What investment management firm has it?
The login is through Fidelity.
All right.
I think I have a target date fund.
Mm-hmm. How much money are we talking about, Molly?
In my old one?
Yeah.
Maybe $20,000.
You know what? If it's Fidelity, it's a pretty cheap option, and so that's completely a reasonable choice. And if you just want to kind of keep it clean and consolidate accounts, make it easy for yourself, there's no problem using the new 401k through Fidelity. And it might even just be easier in general. So I don't think that that's a problem. How long have you been at your new job?
Like 3 months.
Okay, so there's not much money in there yet. So, yeah, I think that that's completely perfect. That's one way to kind of keep things simple. I don't see any problem with that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, what's the next extra question? What's my extra credit?
So, yeah, bonus question.
Mm-hmm.
I now work for a public company. I've never worked for a public company before, and there's an employee stock buying program where we get like 15% off stocks. It's a little bit complicated, but
you get a 15%. You get a 15% discount to the market price, and then you have to hold it for a certain period of time. And it seems like a great deal, right?
Every 6 months you can buy in, and so you have to allocate a percentage of your post-tax salary to up to, I think, 15%, and they hold that, and it accumulates for 6 months, and then they buy the stock afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the lowest price that the stock was during 6 months, and you get 15% off that.
Okay. Well, a couple of things that we would want to sort of generally consider. Number one, how much money do you have in your emergency reserve fund? Have you got 6 to 12 months of your expenses socked away?
This is one of the things that I want to work on. I'm getting close to that.
Okay. Close is good.
And with the new job, I have, more cash flow, so I'm accumulating more savings.
Okay. So I think that before we start buying stock, what I would say is make sure you've got that emergency reserve fund. Do you have debt that is outstanding, meaning credit card, auto, or student loan?
No.
Okay.
Free.
So what percentage are you putting into your 401k right now?
I put 8% of my income, and then it's matched, so it's as if I'm putting in 10 or 11%, I think.
Okay. Here is my bonus question response. You ready? Hold off on doing the stock. Get yourself that emergency reserve fund beefed up. And then how old did you say you were, or did you say you were? How old are you?
I didn't. I'm 27.
You're so young, and to be young.
So much ahead of me.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I was just saying to Mark, I don't want my 20-something brain, but I wouldn't mind my 20-something body. Okay, so what I would say is get that emergency reserve fund, and then How about if you, since your cash flow is good, once you get the emergency reserve fund, bump up your 401k, put 15% away, basically double what you're doing right now. I really want you to max out. How much are you earning right now?
Base is 70, and with bonuses and stuff, it'd be about 80.
Great. Okay, perfect. Get to 15% if you have to do it in steps. Get the emergency reserve fund beefed up, then go from 8 to 12%, and then go from 12 to 15%. And once you have that, let me know, because then I actually would want to see whether you have other needs. Like, are you thinking about like, hey, I really would like to buy a house. I don't want you to buy the stock unless you basically are like, oh, I don't know what else to do with all this money I have. Okay, if you've got an old retirement plan kicking around like Molly, maybe you need to get in touch with us. We can help you out. Again, ask Jill at JillOnMoney.com. And if you're on the website, don't forget we've got the contact button, and you can sign up for our free weekly newsletter. All right, that's it. That's the program. Don't forget that we want you to lift someone up today. And remember, grit, growth, grace. We'll talk to you tomorrow.